Yeah, this is Dramatone, and this is the Hardcore Strong podcast.
But they do not notice. I am not one of them rappers. I do not want to collaborate. I'ma be getting the bag today. I'ma be whipping the jag. They look like they're mad. They looking to stab me. Why did they think that I'm sad? I'm thinking of bags and thinking of graphs. Okay, I could be running them deals, young, and when it pop, when it feels something, when the clock stops and I cop stocks and it pops. Watch, I'm a real hustler.
Hey guys, welcome to the Hardcore Strong podcast. This is episode 11. We are your hosts. I am Ernest.
Hey guys, and I am Cassandra.
And we are back, guys. We took kind of a break, obviously, with all this coronavirus shit going on. Kind of a crazy time right now, and we haven't really been able to get into the studio with all this shit going on. So it is good to be back, and we brought an amazing guest with us. The one, the only Dramatone.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Of course, man.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, like we said, we were talking about this earlier. Is that we've been wanting to have you as a guest on the show for a while now.
Yeah.
It's cool how I first kind of like got to find out about you is through Jeremy Pate.
Yeah.
And
Shout
I'm not
out
gonna
Jeremy.
shout out Jeremy
We
Pate.
literally shout him out like on every podcast for some
Hell yeah.
reason.
Yeah, literally.
He
So
always ends up on the podcast.
when I was like, he's like, hey man, you got to check out Dramatone. I was like, all right. And like, I would like see your Instagram and I was like, damn, dude, this dude's kind of dark, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, it kind of scared me at first. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So I didn't really check you out at first. Like I followed you on Instagram and all that shit. Then I started listening to music, dude. And that's where I got hooked immediately. And I was like, dude, I fucking love this
How do
guy.
you say he scared you? He listens to Creator.
No, I know. I listened to like
Creator.
some like
Suicidal
yeah, some stuff like that. But like you know what I mean? It was just different.
Hate
You know what I mean?
breed.
So
Yeah.
it was different. And I think a lot of people at first might be like a little like, oh,
100%.
shit,
So many people, they're like,
Right.
man,
Yeah,
I
for
didn't
sure.
fuck with it at first. Like, but if you actually listen to what I'm saying, it's a lot of positive shit.
No,
you know?
for sure, and that's what I'm always telling her. I was like, I love his music, dude. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
I
So-
appreciate it.
And then we, what was it back in? Was it December or January? We got to see you live for
went
the
to the
first
show,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
that
don't know, it
was
was
a
cold,
pretty
that's
cool
what I
show.
remember.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
cold as
the
fuck.
Ray Reed show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
it
was
was a
pretty
great
tight,
show.
man. So that was a really cool time.
Yeah.
And yeah,
It's crazy too because even like with our name Hardcore Strong and hardcore music,
Yeah.
we always talk about that initially people always think, oh, it's just like screaming and like
Yeah.
crazy devil worship stuff, and
Yeah.
it's like, no, actually they like have really positive lyrics.
Yeah,
You know, they just
100%.
talk about real life, you
Yeah.
know, and what people go through and adversities that they overcome, and that's the main reason why we chose the name Hardcore
That's what
Strong.
it's all about.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
about hardcore.
That's cool.
So
Right. So I mean, even just listening to your music, obviously, you would have to think, and I for sure thought, I was like, man, he has a fucking awesome story. I'm sure. You know what I mean? So that's what we even talked about getting you on the show.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just to start. So I think, can you just tell our listeners kind of who you are and who is Dramatone?
Dramatone is kind of like an alter ego for myself. When I was younger, I would I didn't start writing music probably till I was like 17 or 18. When I was younger, I used to draw a lot, and my mom kind of got me into the artistic side. I always wanted to dye my hair and pierce my ears, and I was into like all kinds of music, and from there Dramatone started I think when I was 17, and I came up with that name. It was Drama at first. My name was initially Drama because I was just always starting drama. Like I was a little shit back in high school, you know, like,
Right.
and then Tone, just kind of, I had the same tone on every song. Like it was kind of recognizable for people, really monotone. So it just Dramatone. That's what we stuck with.
That's tight. What kind of music were you listening to back then when you were 17?
I was listening to all kinds of music, but I remember like I liked Kid Rock a lot. It's kind of crazy.
That's
Kind
I
of
loved
crazy.
Kid Rock,
Yeah,
too.
he was dope as fuck.
Who doesn't, right?
Yeah, I liked Linkin
funny.
Park a lot.
Okay, yeah.
Obviously Eminem. The Offspring has always been one of my favorite bands ever.
That's sick.
Metallica.
Yeah.
Audio Slave.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Jedi Mind Tricks. That's probably one of my biggest influences. Vinny
Nice.
Paz. You know
Vinny
Vinny Paz?
Vinny
Yeah.
Paz.
Yeah, he's dope, man.
Yeah.
He does a lot of stuff with Terror. You ever heard the band Terror?
I haven't.
Yeah,
no.
they're a hardcore band.
It's a metal band.
Yeah, hardcore. They do. They've done a couple like collabs together and stuff. So
gotta check that out.
I Cody Reed. Shout out to Cody Reed. He showed me who Vinny Paz was
Yeah.
long time ago, and then I just so happened that my favorite hardcore band. I just got them tatted.
Oh hell yeah.
They did collabs with Vinny Paz and Jedi Mind Tricks and all that shit. So I thought
gotta
that was
check
really
that
cool.
out.
Yeah, it's pretty tight, man. I
Yeah.
didn't even know about it till I kind of like went deep into checking out Vinny Paz. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Hell yeah. That sounds dope.
Now, we also seen that you're a big Pac fan too, right? Tupac?
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
yeah. That's kind of what I grew up listening to too. And even now, like there's weeks where I just listen to nothing but Tupac. You know?
Right. That's tight, man.
Yeah.
And you're from Denver?
I'm from
originally?
Denver, yeah,
Awesome.
born and raised, yeah.
What schools did you go to?
I went to TJ
Oh, okay.
for high school and Hamilton for middle school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
Southeast.
yeah,
Southeast
right?
Denver, yeah.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah.
So what was that like growing up then for you? Obviously, you said you got into a lot of trouble and stuff like that. Just what was that background to that?
I was
as far
just
as, like,
kind of a wild
Denver
kid.
at the time and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was just kind of a wild kid. Like, I put my parents through hell.
Just wanted to be rebellious.
Yeah, I just, we liked fires a lot. I liked lighting fires.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was going to say some stories and shit. I don't know. Like,
No, dude, go ahead.
Yeah,
This
we
is
actually
all,
have
yeah.
one of my questions is if you're willing to share some stories.
Yeah.
Crazy stories. Yeah, go ahead, man. Like, Pape shared a fucking crazy ass story.
I know. He's so
did he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, like, we just liked fire a lot. We liked making little explosives and shit and lighting stuff on fire. But me and this guy one time, I got my homie JP over here. We used to fuck around with fire a lot, and we lit a fence on fire one time. Yeah, we just lighting the grass and then kicking it out, and then eventually it got too big and we couldn't put the shit out.
Oh,
Oh my
damn.
Yeah, and we ditch it. We're like, fuck it, we gotta go. Like, it's too big, we can't put it out. And we're walking, and there's an ambulance coming towards, or a fire truck. Yeah, and I remember he's like, man, we should jump in the bushes. Let's jump in the bushes. And I'm like, don't fucking jump in the bushes. Keep going straight. We just keep, and we were so scared.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And my boy Thomas one time, I just got one more. We were lighting shit on fire in the backyard, you know, like normally. And I think we were lighting bottle rockets off of my mom's wicker chair. And Thomas leaves. His mom comes and picks him up. Like, we were young, you know. His mom came and picked him up. And I'm like, all right, bro, later. I come back inside. I look out on the back porch, and the whole wicker chair is on fire, like 8 feet of fire.
Shit.
Me and Thomas were playing with a fire extinguisher that same day, and we were fucking busting it off, so it was out of shit.
Oh,
So I run downstairs. My dad's down there fucking pumping iron, you know, like working out. I'm like, Dad, come on, there's a fire outside, you know? So he's like, oh, fuck, you know, he's like doing bench press and shit.
Wow.
He comes up, he grabs the fire extinguisher, tries to put it out, and the shit isn't working because we were fucking with it.
Oh
So
my
he had to
gosh.
get the hose, and yeah, that was,
Yeah, that could have been real bad.
it could have been bad. Yeah, yeah.
I was never a fire kid. Growing
No.
up. I was too scared of that shit.
Yeah, we.
I don't know if you've ever used to. I used to do. My cousin used to show me how to put like the butane or whatever like that, and
Yeah.
then, like light it, and it would go.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that. One
yeah.
time I burned the fuck out of my hand. I never.
For real. Oh, like in your hand, and then yeah.
Maybe that was it. For
I
me,
used to do that
dude.
shit a lot too.
Yeah, I was like, fuck that. No, it burned the fuck out of my hand. I was
Yeah.
Like, no.
I think
So-
that's more of a guy thing.
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure.
I mean,
You never played with fire?
No, I
as a
think
girl? Young girl?
arsonists tend to be male.
Yeah,
for sure.
usually, yeah,
I would
Right.
say like 99% of the time.
yeah.
So going back to you saying that you started writing when you were, I guess, the end of high school or like 17, 18.
Yeah.
What got you into writing? I know I read about you writing poetry.
Yeah, so I used to draw a lot, and that was a good way for me to express myself. And I was pretty good at it. Like, I should have brought this book that I had from when I was really young. I still have, but I used to draw Slipknot characters. I really love Slipknot and like clowns and shit. But then I started, like, I really got into Linkin Park, and the way Mike Shinoda was rapping, it was just really
tight.
fucking tight to me. So I would kind of listen to his shit and like recite it, you know?
Right.
And then some of my homies that I grew up with were rapping, making music and shit. So, and it was tight, you know, I was bumping it. I was like, man, I could do this shit. So I just started writing songs, and my old shit was pretty garbage, but I got better,
Right.
you know?
Were you recording at a studio back then, or was it just kind of like on your phone or like a little recorder?
I put together a little home studio, and it was like trash, you know, like little like USB mic that wasn't good, and
It's funny.
in the closet, you know, and
That's
then
funny.
That's
We
what
used,
you
to,
did
we used to do that too. We had a rock band mic. We'd have the rock band from the Guitar Hero or whatever.
oh yeah,
We just plugged
really
it in, we plugged it in the
Hell yeah.
laptop, and then we fucking did it like that.
gotta do what you gotta do.
Super fucking ratchet.
Yeah, and I'd put out songs on SoundCloud and like send them to all my people and tag everybody, you know, just super annoying, but
Oh, dude, that's tight.
yeah, but I kept with it and just finally found my sound, and it's gotten better, you know. Each project I feel like it gets a little bit better and more polished, my
Right.
verses, you know.
Sure. What?
Yeah, so yeah, that's really, really cool, man. So when did you start noticing that, like, you're like, okay, this is my sound, and like reaching out to people, like how did you get involved with like AP and like Pape and everybody like that?
So it's funny that you asked that, because Hoodlum was really the first song. I don't know if you've seen Hoodlum. It was the first video I did with Jeremy Pape.
I think I probably have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the first song where I was like, this shit is good. I was really feeling it, and like my friends were feeling it. And yeah, I hit up AP. I don't know. I saw him. I was always inspired by his music. His shit is really dope to me. That Dead Weight, that's the first song I heard by AP. Yeah. And I reached out to him, and he's like, man, this shit's hard. Let's do it, you know? So he came in, laid his verse, and then I hit up Pape for the first time. I never met him.
That's tight.
Yeah, and that was the first video we did, and that's when I started taking it serious and investing in my music and investing in my image, and, you know.
Dude, and so far, I what I love about you guys, like you and Pape, you guys make some fucking art, dude. And it's like,
hell yeah.
I could feel that. Like when I watch your music videos, I'm like, damn, dude, it's dope. Like
Yeah.
you guys get really creative. Like I almost see it as like a movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I love that shit.
We put a lot into it each time. We have a lot of fun when we're doing it. You know, it's important to have fun while you're doing
I
it.
know. I wanted to go to the last video shoot you guys had, but what were we doing at? I think we went out of town or something like that. It was tight. I wanted to go though, dude. It was
Yeah.
fucking sick, dude.
Yeah.
We were gonna go to New York then.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah,
right when
you're
we
right,
went to
you're
New
right.
York. Yeah.
You're right. We were balling on a budget.
Hell yeah.
We went and shot a podcast out there.
Yeah,
like,
that
last
was cool.
minute.
What was that dude's name again?
Lilo Brancato.
Yeah.
Yeah,
From the Bronx Tale?
guy
Oh, from the Bronx Tale. That was
Yeah.
it.
So
Hell yeah.
that was fun. That was a really
Yeah,
good
that
time.
was. It was a lot of fun.
That was
though.
pre-COVID.
Yeah, it was crazy because we were there and everything was normal, and then we get back and
What month was that?
January.
Oh,
It
okay.
was the beginning of January when we went.
It's funny. I think we're a travel jinx. Quick
Oh,
little.
I know it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh
quick
my
little
gosh.
story, bro. So, what was it? 2 years ago now?
And we went to go
No.
see Offspring.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
In
yeah. Yeah.
Sublime
Okay, we went to
in
see
Vegas.
Offspring and Sublime in Vegas,
Oh, hell yeah.
and the next day
We stood the whole
Yeah, we
weekend,
stood the
yeah.
whole weekend. I think Sunday night or Monday. Sunday night.
Sunday we flew back.
we flew back, and
Yeah.
that's when that shooting in Las Vegas happened.
Oh, man.
And it's crazy that we were talking about when we were planning, we were gonna stay
We wanted
another
to
day.
stay again,
Like,
yeah.
and we were like we freaked the fuck out that we decided not to because one of
Yeah.
us couldn't make it because
Yeah,
of
and,
work.
like his cousin and myself, like both like country music too, and we
Yeah.
wanted to go to
Oh
that
my
show.
God.
And we were
We were
talking
like,
about
let's
it
just
when we
go
were
by
there.
there, like we could stay, and we just didn't, which was good. But we were like, that's so crazy.
I'm very happy you guys didn't go. That's
Yeah, dude,
it
it's
was-
fucking
But
wild.
everyone freaked out, was texting us like, "Are you guys okay? Are you still there?" But
and
we were
literally,
already
we had
back.
only been in Denver an hour
Yeah.
maybe when we like kind of was like looking at
Hitting the
Facebook and
news,
seeing
yeah.
the news and shit like that, and then when we get home from fucking New York is like a month later, all this COVID shit's
I'm like,
happening,
oh my
and we're like,
God.
what the fuck? So I think we're a travel jinx right now.
yeah. It's been
That's
been
how it
chaotic.
seems, for sure.
We
Yeah.
we were in Thailand in February, like right when the shit was popping off too.
I remember seeing you in a mask going out there. I was like, dude, he's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
That's what everybody said, but there was only 32 cases when we were there.
Really?
And like a month later in Denver, there was, I don't know, some ridiculous
Right.
20,000 or something. So we were way safer out there, you know.
Right. How was that trip?
It was amazing. I fucking
Dude.
love traveling. Like me and my girl, we go all over the place.
How was it? How long was the flight?
Total, I think like with the layovers and shit, it was something ridiculous, like 30
Oh
hours.
my gosh.
It was crazy. But we took some Zans and we just fucking, that's what we do every time when we
Yeah,
got like a
survived.
12-hour flight ahead of us. Yeah, we'll both pop like a bar and a half and just,
Dude.
we woke up. I remember I fell asleep with my glasses on and she did too. We fell asleep at the same time, like 8 hours later or something. Woke up, my glasses are all crooked and like, but we executed perfectly because we only had like 3 hours left on our flight, you know?
Oh, that's
Have you ever
great.
seen The Wolf of Wall Street?
Hell yeah.
And he
yeah.
takes all those drugs and knock him out.
That shit is hilarious. I love that fucking movie.
That movie is so crazy.
It
It
is.
is funny.
I always say I'd have to do that because, dude, what
He
was
can't
it?
even like he doesn't even like 2-hour
yeah,
flights.
2-3
I'm
hour
like,
flights. I'm
"You're
like,
not gonna
fuck
make
this,
it."
dude. Because we went to Florida one time and we were in the fucking last seat in the plane. I
Oh,
was
God.
like,
Yeah,
I
we
started
got
freaking out
claustrophobic,
towards the
yeah.
end. I was like, oh shit.
It's kind of claustrophobic. It's all
Yeah,
hot
dude,
and fucking,
yeah.
you just feel boxed in.
And sometimes you catch a little bit of turbulence and I start freaking myself the fuck out. I'm
Really?
like,
See,
yeah.
that shit is kind of fun to me. I don't know. When it happens, I like it. I'm like, oh shit, it gets my heart pumping, you know? Like,
That's that dark shit I'm talking about. That's
Yeah.
creepy, dude. I'm like, fuck that, dude. It's fucking, nope, thank you.
Yeah.
I ain't going out like that, man.
What's your favorite place that you both have traveled so far?
Bali,
Yeah,
Indonesia.
oh, that's where I want to go. So
She
bad.
talks about
yeah.
that all the time.
Incredible.
I wanna go.
It was so cool. Just the culture and the people
Yeah.
and the wildlife. And I saw a cobra out there.
Oh,
that was
wow.
really cool. Yeah, I've always loved snakes too. And I was looking for them the whole time. I wanted to find a python. But it was like the last day we were there. Yeah, I went out by myself. I was like riding this bike that the Airbnb gave us. And I fucking like went through this little rice field and I fell into the rice field. Like I was covered in mud.
Oh my god.
But I left the bike there and I kept on walking and I come around this corner, there's a big ass brown snake in the water and it was a cobra. I took a stick, I was like poking at it and its hood
Oh my
flared up.
gosh.
It was tight.
Oh, dude, fuck that noise, dude. You got balls, bro.
Yeah,
What if it
I
had
was-
bit you? You'd have been fucked. Were you
Nah,
by yourself?
I was by myself, yeah.
Oh, dude, you know what? They'd have found you fucking months later, all
Probably
covered in
in
mud.
a fucking rice field. Yeah.
Dude, fuck that noise.
It was tight though.
I don't fuck with snakes either, man. I don't fuck
No.
with clowns or snakes, man.
Oh man.
Fuck that.
You scared of clowns?
Nope.
If I got a snake, man. If I would have brought him with me, I bet you would have liked
No,
snakes.
I wouldn't have. What kind of snake is it?
He's a python.
Nah, fuck
But
that.
he's really docile. He's chill.
Yeah,
you
you
know.
should've
He's.
brought him.
I should have
They could smell when someone's scared, dude. I'd be terrified. I wouldn't even
Yeah.
fucking.
come at you.
Did they ever did your school ever bring like pets and like fucking tarantulas
yeah.
and shit? Like
Hell
nope,
yeah.
I was never that kid that held them.
No.
No.
Yeah, bugs too. I fucking hate bugs, but they fascinate me. Like
that's
really
weird.
nasty little bugs. You know, like
No. Centipede.
centipedes. They're
yeah,
fucking
centipedes,
fascinating to me, but
That's
they're
true.
they're disgusting.
creepy, yeah.
Yeah.
You fuck with snakes, JP?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, dude.
We used to catch snakes all the time too when we were younger. That's another
Jesus
thing.
Christ.
Yeah.
Lighting fires, catching snakes. I
Yeah.
fuck with it, dude. That's
Chaotic. Yeah.
That's cool.
That's funny. So out of your projects that you've done so far, what would you say is your favorite project?
Monotone too.
Monotone.
Definitely, because that's when I kind of really started finding my sound,
Mm-hmm.
and I found a good engineer, Nick Pelk. I don't know if you guys heard of him, Augmented
No.
Studio, but he's really dope, and I'm not gonna ever work with anybody else.
Awesome.
That's tight.
Yeah.
We were at side 3 and I was telling one of the engineers about you and he said that you fucking loved your style. I can't remember his
He has
name.
the long hair.
Andy.
Yes,
Andy, yeah, that was my dude, man.
Yeah.
Like, I loved Andy.
Yeah, he was telling me about you. Shout out to Andy. Bro.
Yeah, shout out
And
Andy.
he was telling me that he loved working with you and you
Yeah,
had some dope sounds.
we had a lot of fun in there too. We were always cracking jokes in there, and
Yeah.
it was a good time.
That's tight. Everywhere I go, I'd be fucking shouting you out. And telling
Hell
you
yeah.
how
And everywhere we
fucking-
go, we always ask like if they know Dramatone, do you know EP, do you know
Yeah.
Pape?
Yeah.
Those are
So
like
far,
our
the
top
only
three
person we
people in
haven't
Denver that
gotten
we
a
talk
chance
about.
to meet is AP.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
haven't got a chance to. He's a
Cool dude.
Went to
He's
his
too
show,
cool
a
for
couple
us.
shows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that might be it.
Nah, eventually, hopefully we can get him on the show. But you know, he just dropped that new shit, and it came.
Yeah,
it was
shit's
fresh,
hard.
man, for
Yeah.
sure. And going back to your projects, I think my favorite is probably 27.
27 Club,
27
yeah,
Club,
yeah.
yeah.
That's definitely my second favorite. Like, I put a lot of work into that
Mm-hmm.
album. Like the Crystal Coffin.
Dude,
that's
I
probably
love
my
that
favorite
one. That's
song
my
that I've
favorite.
done.
I
Yeah.
love that one. Are you gonna do a video to that eventually? You think?
I want to. I just need to do it soon because when I leave it there for too long and I don't do a video, I just like lose the
Right.
urge and the
Mm-hmm.
creativity, and so I'm gonna do it.
And then you had Jared Benson on that, didn't you?
Yeah, he was on Too Sadistic.
How
song.
did that go about? He's you know what I mean, he has some pretty dope music too, man.
Yeah, I like Jaron Benton's music a lot. Yeah, I just hit him for a verse, and I paid him his fee, and we did it. Yeah,
It's pretty tight. Every song on that is the shit, man.
I appreciate
I fucking
it.
love that. That's by far one of my favorites, I think. And then
Thank you.
all your older shit too.
Hell
Love it.
yeah.
Love it, man.
Thank you.
I would my question for you, because I know you brought up the engineering and finally finding a good like engineer that works with you best.
Yeah.
What are some like obstacles or like some of your biggest obstacles that you've encountered so far in the industry itself?
Pretty much like I am really willing to invest in my music. Like I've put a lot of money into my music, and I try really hard with different avenues, and every single video that I've done, I've tried to run Google ads on it.
Okay.
Like, the sponsored
yeah.
in-stream videos, and they fucking deny me every single time
my gosh.
for shocking content.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Even my last one, Bruja, though, there was nothing crazy in that video,
I think the name scares people.
Bruja.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe the name. I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know.
flagged a
So
lot of
I'm
stuff.
guessing you learned Spanish from your girl. Is that how?
Yeah, I had Rosetta Stone for a while, and
Fuck yeah, Rosetta Stone.
I was really into it. Like,
Especially if you're gonna travel. And stuff,
yeah.
like, yeah.
And I was in sales, and like we had a lot of Spanish customers, so it really just made me want to learn fluent. But I fell off. We were speaking Spanish to each other every single day, and then I just kind of fell off. I stopped learning it, and I still know a little bit. I'm not fluent at all, but I can put together a couple sentences,
That's tight.
That was just some like little poetry shit.
No, I
that
think that's cool, man. That's
Yeah.
tight.
That's how I am too. Both of us, like, we don't know.
I don't know
Spanish.
Spanish.
We're
Yeah.
Mexican.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My parents didn't think it was necessary to teach me, I guess.
My
So now I'm
family-
like,
and
why
my
didn't you
family
teach
speaks
me?
it too. Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
We're in
Martha.
Mexico. Are you from?
My family's from Tucumcari, New Mexico. I was born and raised here though. So,
Yeah, we're like way generation, like, I don't know.
yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Sixth generation here. I don't know.
I couldn't even
Yeah.
spark a conversation in
No.
Spanish, bro.
Yeah.
I'm about to hop on Rosetta Stone too.
Yeah, dude, it was really helping me.
Did you speak anything else?
I spoke a little German. Like, I got a lot of family in Austria.
Really?
Yeah, and when we went out there, I was really young, and my mom got me this little German book, and I learned quite a bit, but I don't know it anymore.
Oh, that's tight. I don't know.
Are you gonna go back to Germany? Would
Yeah,
you like
I'd love to
Yeah.
someday. Yeah, I want to go to Austria. I still have a lot of family out there.
Nice.
Might stay with some of them or
Yeah, that would be cool.
That'd be tight. That would be pretty cool to go there.
Yeah, I would love to go anywhere like that, like in
Yeah.
Europe and stuff.
I like tropical places though. Like we've been to Paris and London and
Jesus.
yeah, Italy, yeah,
Oh, I
Mexico.
would do Italy, yeah.
I like Southeast Asia. That's my favorite place to be.
Damn, that's tight.
Yeah, I would like to go to like South America.
You gotta check it
That'd be
out.
cool.
South America would be dope
That'd be
too.
cool. I'd like to go to Brazil or something.
Yeah,
I just gone to Cali in Florida. Nothing special.
I love
Yeah.
Cali too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
No, we're
Florida.
dope.
I know we love California. We just always just go just to
I'll
go.
never go
pretty
back to
much.
Florida. Fuck Florida.
Nah,
Nah.
where?
We had just a bad experience.
Yeah,
Did you?
just fucking poured
We
on
went
us
to
all the
Orlando
time.
though,
Oh.
and it literally rained every single day all day.
You went through the monsoon
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it was kind of shitty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Miami.
it was crappy.
Yeah.
So, what, and would you be willing to share, maybe a time in your life where you had to overcome an adversity that at the time obviously seemed that it would never end or that you couldn't get over it, but it made you become a stronger person and led to where you are today?
Yeah. So I was charged with a felony assault charge in 2018, I think, and it like really I went to jail for like a week for it. Like it wasn't bad. That wasn't the first time I've been to jail either, but it was just the financial burden that it put on me, and it was self-defense. I shouldn't have been charged. Dude was coming at me. I'll kind of go over the story, but we were leaving a bar on Cinco de Mayo, and we're all fucked up, and like me and I can cuss on here, right?
Of
Yeah,
course.
absolutely.
Okay.
Fuck shit,
'Cause we
bitch.
just hell yeah.
Yeah, no, go for it.
All right. So yeah, we're leaving the bar, and I'm with my girl and her friends, and we're kind of fucking around. We're all drunk, like pushing each other. And dude across the street is like, "Hey, leave those girls alone." You know, he's like talking shit. I'm like, "Man, fuck you." You know, and like my other homie Ortiz was with me, and he's talking shit back to him. And dude just starts running up on us all aggressively. And I just didn't even think about it, but I just swung and fucking connected with his jaw, and he hits the ground, and I started running. Ortiz ran, and cop chased us. We jumped over a fence, and we both got arrested. And so I was in there for like a week, and I got out on a PR bond, and I was facing like 5 years, minimum 5 years if I was charged with it. Yeah. So I fucking lawyered up, and I was doing sales at the time, and I was making pretty decent money. I just made like a $8,000 bonus, and all that money went straight to my lawyer. His fee was $8,000, so I booked him to represent me, and I got it dropped down to a misdemeanor. Yeah. So
what ended up happening?
well, the dude that I assaulted had a statement for court saying like, I don't even want to press charges on this guy. And he was actually a cop in training, I think.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. That's why it was so. Yeah, that's
okay,
yeah.
makes
He was like in
sense.
a cadet program.
Oh.
But yeah, I ended up getting it down to a misdemeanor. I forgot what it was, like reckless something. A lot better than I didn't. I had to do 2 years probation, so that shit sucked.
Damn, that
And
sucks.
Yeah, and I mean I'm older now. I've done probation a lot when I was younger, and I could never fucking do it because I was so. Just wanted to get high 24/7 and fuck up a lot, but this time I was good.
How old were you at the time? 18, you said?
No,
how old were you?
with the assault charge,
Yeah.
this was in 2018.
Oh,
Yeah.
2018.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And during that time, that was just a really rough time for me in general. Like I had a problem with perks before, like I would take oxys and shit, and I got these pills and they were fentanyl actually,
Oh, fuck.
and I didn't know it, and I would. Do a little bit at a time. We would snort them, and I developed a habit for it. And I was in sales, and I would just kill it when I was on it, and it just became an everyday thing. And I didn't even realize it, but I fucking lost myself completely. And my girl was so over it because I wasn't myself anymore. I was a zombie. There was like a few months in my life where I don't even remember it.
Wow.
Yeah, and I got through it. I started using this stuff called kratom. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
I think I've heard of it before.
Yeah, it's a cousin of the coffee plant. It grows in Southeast Asia, and it's like a natural opiate kind of. So that really helped me. I still take that, but I'm still trying to get off of that. But other than that, I smoke weed. I take Adderall sometimes, mushrooms, But that I'm not fucking with perks anymore.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
My parents both had drug issues when I was little too, and it just kind of scares me. And alcohol.
Wow. That's crazy. Did you see that at the time? Did it affect your music as well?
That's probably the time I made the best music.
Really?
Which sucks.
Wow.
Yeah. I was really creative because I was just in my own shit. I wasn't
Right.
focused on anything else. But yeah. But I learned, like, when I got sober too, I learned how to fucking do it and be creative without being high, you know?
Right.
And that was big for me. I felt like I needed something to be able to write shit, and that wasn't the case. And I bet a lot of artists feel like that too. I know a lot of artists that use drugs, you know,
I'm
for
sure, yeah.
creativity.
Were you a big fan of Juice WRLD?
Not really, man. I respected him. I loved that one song, the Shadows on My Wall song. That shit, I loved that. I loved like one more song, but it just wasn't really my kind of music.
Right. So what would you have to say to either young listeners or people who were like influenced by people like Juice WRLD, and obviously them talking a lot about taking like perks and stuff like that? What would you have to say?
It's all through the industry, you know, like Future, that's all he raps about. And I've seen an interview with Future saying he does that shit for publicity. He doesn't even take drugs like that, you know?
Wow.
Yeah. You haven't seen that?
Nah,
it was like
dude,
a big thing a while back.
Nah,
I'll
I've
check it
never
out,
really
yeah.
bumped Future's music a lot.
It's
really.
kind of fucked up because there's 16-year-old kids that
That
listen to
really-
that and
yeah.
they
Take
think
it to
it's
heart,
yeah,
sure.
and like a lot of kids ruin their lives because they think that's cool and they can be successful and take perks and it's not. I would say just, you know, be yourself. You don't need to be influenced by bigger artists like that. You know, it's cooler to be creative and sober, I think. I still
agree.
party every now and then, but you know, you
Right.
gotta be responsible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's just so crazy because it's such an epidemic. Of course,
Yeah,
like
still.
it's everywhere. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's scary.
it touches like our lives and family members that we have.
Yeah.
You know, and it leads to oftentimes like heroin and stuff
Yeah,
like that. You
yeah.
know, and I have cousins and off and on it and in and out of jail, and it's
Yeah.
just like. I don't know, you know, I don't know if it's just something, obviously a lot of people I think use to deal with things, you know, to deal with
exactly.
emotional trauma
Yeah.
in their past, and I guess it's obviously easier than dealing with the pain a lot
Yeah.
of times, but it's just
That's exactly
kind of
what
like,
it
where
is.
do you go? You know, for some people, it's like you just destroy your whole life, and that's that. And
Yeah.
it's just sad to see.
You're just digging your own grave pretty much, and you think you're helping yourself, and it's really
Right.
it's sad. But yeah, it's like at one point I felt like I wasn't normal unless I was on something. If I wasn't on
crazy.
something, I would just not feel like myself. Just couldn't think right, couldn't do anything, couldn't function.
Yeah, I'm glad that you kind of spoke about that. That's cool, man. Because I think even a lot of kids, I think people in general are just naive to that. You know what I mean? They think that all these rappers are doing this shit and that's the lifestyle. And oh, that's cool. I'm partying with these girls and I'm fucking doing these drugs and
Yeah.
realizing that that's not
No,
it, man. It's
no.
not it. So,
I mean, when you get to that level where you're making millions, sure, fucking party all you want, you know.
Right.
But right now, like, as a kid, you're like they're brainwashed. That's exactly what it is.
That's what I was gonna say too. I think a lot of people don't understand that a lot of artists and actors and celebrities make so much money so young that
Oh, yeah.
I mean I couldn't imagine being 18 and with millions of dollars.
No,
Like I probably would have like destroyed my life.
Oh, yeah, it would've been
you
a
know,
wreck.
partied my life down the toilet.
Most
like,
people, yeah.
You know, like they always like when Britney Spears had her little breakdown
Oh,
and whatnot.
man.
It's like, well, yeah, like of course, like what they have at
Yeah.
such a young age, you don't know how to deal with that.
No.
You have family and friends pressuring you to
Yeah.
give them money and to
Right.
do all these things
And
and.
then
Yeah, it's like they're too young for that much
Yeah.
money. I mean, that's what it is. at the
partying
end
with
of the day,
people you've
yeah.
only seen on TV and shit. Dude,
Right.
just imagine if you were partying with like your
Super
celebrity
addictive.
fucking, you know what I mean?
Oh man,
Yeah, dude, it'd be
wild.
wild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be crazy. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like fucking 12.
They
dude.
said she
Oh,
was
really?
like at parties at like 10
just-
with
oh,
celebrities.
We were talking
like,
about that
10
the other
years
day.
old,
Like,
yeah.
just imagine, like, you say, for instance, you're like
That's
30 years
insane.
old and you see a 12-year-old part. Like, who's just gonna give her drugs like
That's
that? What the
fucking
fuck,
evil.
dude?
You're some weird motherfuckers. You're
Yeah,
gonna give
dude.
a 12-year-old girl some cocaine.
that's
It's like the
fucking
whole like
weird.
Epstein situation. Like it doesn't surprise me. I mean, there's a lot of weird people out there, and if you
Yeah.
have a lot of money, you
Yeah.
can do a lot of crazy shit. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
I would never.
You know,
understand
but like the show I used to watch, I loved on HBO, True Detective, and like one of the seasons, did you ever see that? Kind of touches on that with these rich, powerful political figures having these crazy, weird sex parties
Yeah.
with masks on and
Yeah.
these young underage
Orgies and
girls,
shit.
yeah, with all
Yeah.
these drugs, and I'm like, I'm sure that happens.
Yeah,
you know, it
yeah.
does.
I
Like,
don't. It's not.
when you have money, you can do whatever you
When you have
want, pretty
Epstein
much.
money.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
power like that. It's
Yeah, that was
Scary.
very. It was still bizarre to me. Like you said, it's not really that shocking, but it was still kind of just like disheartening.
It
You know,
is, it
seeing
is.
that like that.
it's horrible.
That's
sick.
fucking really, really weird.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize that, you know, with the fame and fortune, you make sacrifices for sure, and you
Oh, yeah.
sacrifice your privacy and pretty much like the rest of your life is never going to be the same, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's some really fucking fucked up shit.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I don't
I see that you have all the ink on your body, man. What
Yeah.
was your first tattoo and what's your favorite tattoo?
My first tattoo.
Just taking the shirt off,
Kinda
guys.
ridiculous. Sure, it's not coming off, but it was this right here. I got it. One of my buddies, his mom passed away, and he had family in Pueblo, so we went down there to like kind of support him and be with him. And
Shout out Pueblo.
yeah, but yeah, we were young. I don't know how young, like 16, 17, yeah, maybe younger, maybe 15. But we went by this tattoo shop and we're like, fuck it, let's get tatted. And this dude tatted us up like. And this was supposed to be 303, but it fucking looks
That's what
like
I
Bob.
was going to say. I was going to say it's
Looks
either
like
303 or Bob.
Yeah, it looks like
backwards.
Bob.
Hey,
So-
either or work. you
Yeah,
know? I
and-
like it.
That's funny.
Yeah, and dude was like definitely on meth and like skinhead for sure. Like it was a weird,
You were in
weird time.
Pueblo.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
understandable.
yeah, exactly.
It's funny.
My mom's family lives in Pueblo, so
That's where her
like we
parents
go
are at now.
there, we go there once in a while because it's where my parents are at now that they retired and
Yeah.
stuff. But I never. would
It
live
kinda
there.
sucks down
I would
there.
never live
It's-
there.
yeah.
No,
very sketchy.
sorry.
Yeah,
We were at a gas station one time, and I think we were just pulled over, right? Or because her car wouldn't start. We went to go
Yeah.
get like a battery or something, like for her, because she has like a
My stupid
push
fob
start.
always goes out.
Yeah, so her
Yeah.
fob needs like a battery. So we're sitting there, dude. We're waiting for it to like start, and all of a sudden a car pulls up, and they're like kind of like giving us that stare.
Oh,
You know,
shit.
kept looking at us, and we're like, "What the fuck, dude?" And he rolls her window down. She goes, "Hey, do you have the shit?"
And
she has,
has
like,
her money
money.
out, and she's like, and I thought we were doing like we were her drug dealer or something like that. We were like,
so
sorry, we don't think we know you.
Wow.
And she's like, all right, sorry, I gotta go.
that's
and
hilarious.
just pulls the fuck
Oh
off.
my
I
god,
was like,
you should have
oh.
just went along with it. Like,
I
yo,
was
what
like,
you
oh,
got?
we should've took the
I gotta go
money.
get it real quick. Hold
Yeah, give me 5 minutes.
on. Right, I'll be right
That's
back.
funny.
That's hilarious.
Pueblo's crazy.
That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, it was a crazy ass. Yeah, we don't go there often, but
No,
It's for my parents.
Yeah, it's for your parents.
Yeah, I don't.
I
I'm not
definitely wouldn't be there at night.
Yeah, I'm not like a small town kind of person. I don't think I could ever do
No.
that.
No.
I mean, I say that now. I don't know if it's different when you have kids and
Yeah.
all that and want to like raise them in a certain area, but
my mom lives
Such
up
a city girl.
in Fairplay, like way out in the mountains, way out west, and it's fucking beautiful. I love it out there. It's so quiet. At night, it's really cold. Like
bet.
you'd see the
Yeah.
stars, hear animals. Like I fucking love being out there. Someday I want to live out there.
That'd be cool, man.
Yeah.
I'm a city guy. I'm not a big mountain.
you don't
guy.
even like to go camping.
Nah.
No.
No,
Oh, I love
or hiking
camping.
or anything.
For real.
Dude, fuck that.
I try to
Yeah.
get him to do it because I love being outdoors too. Like I love camping.
You
and
like camping,
hiking
JP?
Oh yeah.
It's so fun. Tell him it's
We go at
fun.
least once a year.
Once a year, yeah. We every time we go, we just eat a ridiculous amount of mushrooms and just have a wacky time. Like,
Staring at the campfire.
yeah. One time I ate like a quarter. We ate so much, like
Oh
a
my
quarter of an ounce. Like that was the most I ever eaten, and we were tripping so hard. And I remember one point we're like running through the woods, throwing a football. And JP's running next to me, and he's got like a bag of mushrooms while we're running. He's like, "Here, eat some more." And I fucking like put them in my mouth, like a big handful, and then I just spit them out all over the place because I was tripping so hard and like remembered. And yeah,
That's
that
crazy.
was a
pretty
wild
wild.
time. Yeah,
Oh, dude, I'm such a pussy when it comes to drugs. It's not even funny.
for real.
Oh, dude.
It's good. Like with mushrooms, it really resets me. It really enlightens me. The next day, I just feel like rebooted. you know?
Yeah, I know a lot of people were talking about like they take shrooms or DMT right before they make a big life decision. Pape was talking about that too.
Yeah. Pape likes mushrooms.
Yeah. I don't. Did you watch that podcast with Mike Tyson and Joe Rogan?
I did.
He talks about he took the what is it? Something,
DMT?
Yeah, but wasn't it the one with the frog or something like that? The
Oh.
poisonous frog or something like that. And it, like
yeah,
fucking.
yeah, like the. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So yeah, he said he took some of that shit. and it,
Oh,
like,
Mike
changed-
Tyson.
Yeah.
He was tripping for days, right?
Yeah, he said it took him to like a whole nother fucking.
I'd love to hang out with Mike Tyson for a
dude.
day. That motherfucker's so cool. You know, like,
Maybe when he was back in his party days. Now he
Yeah.
seems like
More chill.
super zen. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
he does. He'd still be cool to have a conversation
for
with.
sure, yeah.
I hope so.
Did the way have you seen him recently? He would
No.
fuck some people up. Dude.
I
He would-
guarantee
oh,
you
yeah,
will.
he's-
He's a maniac.
I was like,
Yeah.
Jesus, fuck that noise. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you could choose any dream lineup to do a show with, it could be multiple artists, dead or alive, what would be your dream lineup?
I would want to do some rock too. Like it would be for sure Benny the Butcher. That's one of my favorite artists right now. Vinny Paz, Audio Slave. Could bring back Chris Cornell back.
Oh, yeah.
That's definitely one of my favorite artists right there too. and Nirvana. I think it'd be 2 hip hop sets and 2 rock sets.
That'd be super cool.
Yeah.
So you were a Nirvana fan, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah.
cool.
I love Nirvana.
That's tight.
Yeah. I like a lot of alternative like grunge too, like old like 90s. You know, like even like the poppy kind of grunge shit. You know,
Right.
like what's that? Mr. Jones. You know what I'm talking about?
That's like what I agree. You're
What is
probably
that?
my age, I bet, huh? How old are you,
How old
John?
are you,
I'm
John?
28. I just turned
Oh, see?
28.
He's my age.
He's your
Yeah.
age. You just are behind in the music. No, because I like that music too, but I'm older than you guys, so. I don't
Yeah.
wanna talk about
Nah, yeah. I'll be 29 in January.
Okay, I'll be 29 in February.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Are you Pisces?
No, Capricorn.
Okay.
it. Almost.
Oh, I do Pisces and Capricorn beef, or
I don't know. Do they? I don't know.
no, I'm just fucking with you. I think we're good.
I think there's more of like relationship
I
type
know.
stuff that people are like, what are you?
I don't know if I do you believe in all that stuff?
Not really.
Yeah.
No.
What about you, JP?
Somewhat. Like most of my friends are Gemini, so I'm a Gemini. And he hangs out with Rocky.
That's
My
one thing,
mom's a
man. I love
Gemini.
Geminis. I
Yeah.
always love
His girlfriend's a
Geminis.
Gemini, I'm a Gemini.
Yeah, I get along with Geminis like crazy. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is.
That's tight. Yeah, I don't know.
My mom's a Gemini. I'm a Leo, so. I don't
Yeah.
know. Supposedly crazy. I don't know.
She is. She's
Is
fucking
she?
No,
solid.
I'm not
Okay.
crazy. I'm just
Yeah.
a little bossy, I guess.
She wears the pants
Yeah. Well,
for sure. I
whatever
just,
works.
I think
Yeah, I
most
just
girls
go
do,
around. So where would you have that show at if you could have
Yeah,
it
dream
anywhere in the world?
location
I
would be
mean,
cool.
would you have it at Red Rocks? Could you have it like?
I'd want to do it out of the country if it was up to me. Like
I
Red
know
Rocks
you-
would
I
be
know you
really
think
tight.
it, yeah.
Yeah, like Japan or something. That'd be cool.
That would be pretty cool.
Or
man.
Europe.
Yeah, like I said, I've never been out of the country. That would be cool to see
Yeah.
a show with Nirvana and.
Yeah. You like
Nice.
Audio Slave too?
I think I've heard some Audio Slave before.
Yeah.
Like I said, Cody Reed probably showed me some of his shit. Some of their shit isn't it Audio Slave dope? Something I've heard a song. I can't remember it now.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's gonna piss me off. It's the tip of my tongue. He did a diss to me one time because I didn't go to his house and record.
Really?
Because I used to do like I said back in the day. I did a little bit of music. I was
Like hip hop?
yeah, it was
Yeah.
trash, but it was like a phase I went through.
We all are at first, you know?
and it was something I would just do. Like we said, I had like a really shitty mic in the basement, and I had a laptop, and we would record off of this thing called Mixcraft,
Okay.
and it was like a free thing, and we used to. There was like back in the day, there was like a hack where you could like download like auto tune, and you could like use it, and like
Yeah.
we would fuck
Like
around.
illegally?
Yeah, and we would just like fuck around with it, and then we would some guys would come over and they'd buy a pack of blacks, and we would just fucking
Yeah.
record.
That
And
shit's fun.
Yeah,
Get some
it was cool,
beers,
man,
get
yeah.
drunk and-
Yeah.
I remember we used to get drunk and record, and I used to think this shit sounded so tight.
Yeah.
And I would just be like screaming into the mic, and like next day listen to it like, okay, never
Oh
mind.
God, yeah,
That's so
that's
funny.
fun. Yeah, so everybody would come and we'd record at my house, and shout out to Danny B. He let me use some of his stuff. He had like something kind of like this, and we would record, and
Yeah.
it was fucking pretty fun at the time, man. But like I said, it was. Yeah, I was trash.
Yeah, well, at least you recognized it. Like
Yeah.
some people, like they keep going. I still know so many people
I know.
that like no disrespect, you know, but like so
Right.
many people hit me up like, hey bro, like let's collab, and like sometimes I'll hit a link or something, and I'm like, man, what the fuck are your
Right.
friends telling you?
Right.
Like you gotta know when to cut it out at some point.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
And it's
Um,
kind of disrespectful. You see all the fucking
right.
work I'm putting in. Like I
Yeah.
actually put money into this shit.
Yeah,
you know?
that sucks,
Yeah,
dude.
that's
It's weird. That's a sticky situation. I like I said, I've been playing music since I was 12. Like I play bass
Yeah.
and guitar and drums. My dad kind of taught me, and that's where I excel. Like
Hell yeah.
that I'll talk myself up on. I'm a bad motherfucking bass player, and I'm saying I'll fucking tear it up. So
Hell
that's
yeah.
where like
I seen a video one time. That
okay,
shit was
right on,
hard.
man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So like me and my dad, we've been jamming for years now. So that's
Yeah.
where we kind of like obviously the hardcore comes from. Like he was in a hardcore band when he was my age. Like he was in his like early 20s and stuff like that. So I've been playing since I was young. So,
Yeah.
So that's where we just jam. It's been a while since we fucking jammed actually.
You
So.
got to get in there. You should
know,
film
man.
it and put some shit out.
I know
I
we
know.
should.
Have you ever heard of like Brady Watts,
No.
bass player?
No.
He does like a lot of hip hop.
Oh really?
It's really tight, yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna lay a track down for you.
Hell yeah, you
That'd be
should,
tight.
man. You should.
I've been trying to learn some like Rick James shit and like just different. Like I want to try to be.
Versatile.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And just try to learn everything because like I can fuck around with some like Earth, Wind, and Fire shit.
Hell
and
yeah.
like you know what I mean. I just want to be that guy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
yeah.
it'd be tight to learn some shit
Versatile.
down. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, bro.
I like all kinds of music too, for real. Except for country, I don't really.
I
get
don't
down.
fuck with country.
I like
but
Coulter
just-
Wall though. If you ever check out Coulter Wall, it's like you like Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Most
I
people
love
like Johnny Cash. Even
Right.
that, it's like a different kind of country though. I feel like, but this dude Coulter Wall, if you remember, you got to check it out.
Okay.
You're gonna run back this anyway. Check out Culture
Okay.
Wall. Shit is hard.
Have you ever
Check out
jammed
country.
any Hank 3? They're pretty cool. You would like them. They talk about some pretty fucking crazy shit too, dude.
Like
He's a
gangster shit.
Nah, he's like he talked about like he talks about taking perks and shit, like bunch of crazy shit and like fucking people's girlfriends and a bunch of
Hell
crazy
yeah.
shit. So
Sounds like-
it's pretty fucking tight. Like his music's cool. Like I listened to like early country. Like my grandma showed me like Kenny Rogers and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and then my dad showed me Hank 3. It's cool because we went to a show one time and. Quick story, he does like 3 sets. He does like a country set, and then the next set it's more like his crazy music, and then that first group leaves, and then he has like a fucking breakdown fucking hardcore
That
like
sounds
set,
tight.
and then all these dudes are fucking moshing to his shit. It's
You
pretty
gotta
cool.
send me that.
That's so fun.
I will. I'll
Yeah.
send you some of his stuff. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool, dude. Sorry.
Okay, fine. I
We
don't,
went
I'm
on
like
a
I never heard
tangent
of
there. Hank 3.
I don't
I've
think.
probably played some music before. It's pretty fucking crazy shit.
Yeah.
He's not like Hank Williams' son.
Yeah, he's that's why he's
okay.
Hank
I
third.
know who Hank Williams is.
Yeah. So you know Hank Williams. So you've
don't.
never Hank
No.
Williams. Okay, you say Hank the third.
Super,
Huh.
redneck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Confederate
super.
flag waving kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty out there, man. But he's got good music. I like his shit.
yeah,
yeah.
but I know who his dad is. Then I
Right.
know.
Yeah, for sure.
That's funny. So Dramatone, when people listen to your music, what message or what do you hope they take away from your music?
So it's cool because people hit me up like asking me like or like, oh man, my favorite line in this song is when you say this, and sometimes it's not really what I was portraying, but it means something else to them,
Right.
and I feel like that's awesome, you know, because when I write shit, sometimes it just makes sense to me, and if
Right.
somebody else can hear what I'm saying and make it make sense to them, it's beautiful, you know.
That's
So
awesome.
I mean, a message, I don't know, just I like when people can really feel what I'm saying.
Feeling
And-
my
relate,
pain and
yeah.
they calling it art.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
I'd
You
like
know,
They
man,
can
that's
relate,
tight.
yeah.
yeah, I love when people can relate to what I'm doing, and yeah,
And I think that there's true beauty in that, man. Like when somebody can take that, like what they're feeling inside, and put it out there, and someone can listen to it and be like on the other end and like, man, that fucking hits me.
therapy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
Therapy.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like, cause I listen to your music all the time, and then like when I listen to it like that, dude, it hits me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, that's
Hell
tight. That's
yeah.
why I think like your music has such a good connection with your audience, bro. It's dope.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we always talk about that too. That like we want everyone to be able to share their story because you never know who's listening. That's
Yeah.
gonna be like, hey, me too.
Right.
Or hey, I could relate to that.
Yeah.
And like you might think you're the only one that
Yeah.
went through something, and when you share it and put it out there, you have all these people like, hey, that's really cool that you
Yeah.
were brave enough to say that and share that, and I could relate. I'm going through the same thing right now
Yep.
in my life, and I think that's like a powerful thing that people don't realize that they have.
Very
It's just
powerful.
sharing your story can change lives.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
Right. So, something we want to ask you too is obviously we wanted to start implementing this into the podcast with our guests. Is obviously Hardcore Strong for us is about overcoming adversity, and whatever they took in that dark time to make them a better person. That to us is what being Hardcore Strong is about, overcoming that adversity. Now, what would you be able to say that music was that the light at the end of that dark for you? Like, was that be able to
The
get you out of that
outlet,
dark
yeah.
time? Do you think it was music?
100%. Yeah, yeah. It really does help me. Like when I write and I am focusing and I'm listening to a beat and I'm coming up with shit that I'm thinking about, like it really does help me. It's therapy. I feel a lot better when I do it. Or when I put out a project and I'm really proud of it, it's therapy and it helps me.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I love that, dude. That's tight. I think like everybody has their own thing. You know what I mean? Like, and listening to your music has helped me. It has helped, so many other people, I think, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
that and then lifting weights for us, and it's different for every single person. So,
Yeah. For
finding
sure.
finding that will help
A
you out
positive
there.
outlet, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like we talked about, it's so easy to fall into doing something else that keeps your mind occupied. But
Yeah.
if you could find like a positive outlet,
Yeah.
that kind of gets you through everything and
Yeah.
pushes you when you think you're not gonna make it. That's pretty awesome. And I think that's unfortunately what a lot of young people don't have or don't think that they have is
Yeah.
that opportunity. A lot of them give up. We worked with some youth through this program, which was really awesome for a summer, and they went through a lot. They were in a home themselves. They don't have any family, nothing.
And they went through some shit as a
Yeah,
kid.
like
Like some
some
shit.
horrible
Yeah.
stories,
Like the
yeah,
worst thing
and-
you could think of.
Right now that unfortunately like they had to register as like sex offenders, and wasn't necessarily like something that, you know, was obviously their choice. Like they were young when stuff happened to them.
Yeah.
So then they acted out also.
Man.
And
that's
then
a cycle.
yeah, for the rest of their life, they're, you know, labeled that. And so we worked with them to try to kind of give them that outlet of, hey, you could start your own business, because obviously finding a job like that is
As
very
a sex
difficult.
offender, you know what I mean? It's just like impossible.
So we kind of try to
Impossible.
work with them with saying, hey, like you could screen print T-shirts like we do. We taught them how to print shirts.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of own your own business and have that option, because I think a lot of people think they have to just do the 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You know, and if you
That's
really,
awesome that you
know,
guys did
yeah,
that.
like push yourself and really believe in yourself, like you really can do your own thing. I mean, I know obviously we all grew up with this whole mentality of the 9 to 5 and retiring.
Yeah.
You know, with that perfect job and income and salary, and of course that's comforting for sure. That's security.
Yeah.
But if you're able to do like what you do, music, and benefit from it and make a life, you know, why not? Like,
Yeah.
if it makes you happy, you know, that's what matters at the end of the day.
Yeah,
So.
you got to be happy. I haven't had a job in 2 years now. I've just been living off of music and little side hustles here and there, and I do not want to go back. Like, so it's like all or nothing at this point for me. I'm just going to keep going, and I don't have much more in me though, honestly. I got to figure it out eventually. You know, I want to have a baby and
Right,
buy another
start a
house with my
family, yeah.
girl, and but I'll always do music. I got to make something happen soon.
Right.
You know?
And I think you will, man.
I
Like,
think so, yeah.
and I'm not even just saying that, bro. Like, I really think, like, you know, you got a huge chance to blow up, man.
Yeah.
And I think just your style and the way you do your shit, bro, it's gonna be big, man. I really do.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I think that's like what you said, to bounce off of what you said, that's beautiful, man, to have something where you're creating art, you know what I mean? And you're living off of that. That to me is fucking everything, bro. That's
Yeah.
like goals, bro. Like I think when someone's stuck at a job or feeling like they are stuck at a job, and I'm speaking from personal experience, I mean, that shit to me scares me, feeling like I'm going to be at a job that I hate for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And being
It's
miserable every
terrifying.
single day. Yeah. And that to me scares the fuck out of me. That's
Yeah.
more scary than like being retired and all
It
that shit. You
is.
know what I mean? Like that to me is like, you're going to think about like what could have been your whole life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like say for instance, you wanted to do music and you never did it because you were scared or you were afraid of what
Right.
other people were going to think, and you were
Fuck that.
stuck in that bubble, bro. And you would have like, wow, what if
Yeah.
one day I could
Yeah.
have went somewhere, and you
Yeah.
know, you never know until you actually try. And I
I'll
think
go
that's
insane.
fucking, I think that's awesome that you're doing that. And that's goals, man. Like we want to do this full time, and you know, we're trying to make it work. And we're obviously in the early stages of our business and trying to get our name out there and just, you know, trying to collab with everybody and you know, just make
we
this
do the side hustle thing too. Like
Yeah.
we said, we make shirts, so we do screen printing.
Yeah.
We do coaching and training, and then we're also going to branch out to kind of social marketing management and help people promote their businesses, because like we do a pretty good job with ours, and
Yeah.
we have people reaching out asking us how to do that.
Hell yeah.
So I mean, like you said, like you kind of have to have multiple venues if
You
you're going to
do.
be on your own.
Yes.
You know, unless
do.
obviously you just blow up. But other than that, like even the richest people have multiple businesses.
Yeah.
And like that's the best way to be successful, I
Yeah.
think, business wise. So yeah, we always are talking about like the idea of regretting, you know, not
Yeah.
trying. I mean, even if you didn't make it, at least you tried. Because like we said, like I'm sure our parents never got to do what they wanted to do, you know,
Right.
their dream job. If you ever sat there and asked your parents, hey, what did you want to be? I'm sure
Yeah.
it's not what they
they're
did. Yeah.
doing.
Right.
Yeah.
And that to me is like terrifying.
That's the worst thing in
That's
the
scary.
world, bro.
That is
Yeah.
scary, because you only have, you know, one life, and
Yeah.
that's that. Unless you get reincarnated and you believe in that, then.
Yeah.
But still, you know, like,
Possibility.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, you only have one life, and it's sad to think that I'm sure many 50, 60-year-olds aren't doing what they got to, you know,
Yeah.
didn't get to live their life like they wanted to.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So, what does the rest of 2020 look like for you, Dramatone? Obviously, with all this COVID bullshit,
we're not sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
and us not really be able to go to shows and shit like that. What does the rest of that look like, and what is 2021 probably? Hopefully, if we're able to live our life a little bit, what does that look like?
Well, in the time right now when all this bullshit is going on, you know, I'm going to keep writing and recording music and just try to keep doing my best shit. And hopefully 2021, you know, I want to be able to tour. Like, I'm going to keep running ads and trying to reach new audiences. And
I'm gonna have to get with you with that Google Ads. I don't know how to fucking run that. We don't know how to do that. I would like to.
It's
ask you.
actually like not that hard. I don't know how you would target people for a podcast, but for
Right.
me, I'll target people like Tech9 and
Okay.
Suicide Boys and
Okay.
you know, shit like that, like dark rap.
Okay.
You know, and but yeah, but it's been a fucked up year. Like all the racism shit too. It's just really,
It's crazy.
it's always been there, but now it's just more seen, you know, by
Right.
the media. And you see all these videos of people just being so
Yeah, for sure.
racist and
Right. It's
defending the Confederate flag, and it's just The amount of ignorance.
Right, dude.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it
I know,
fucking
so, like,
blows my
it's
mind.
crazy to think about because people are always like 2020 is just a crazy year. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know if it's a combination of everything that has obviously escalated to this point, you know, where everyone's kind of feeling a certain way as far as like it's emotional. You know, people don't have jobs. People are not sure where their kids are even going to do come August. You
Yeah.
know? Like I can imagine being in high school right now and like not knowing
Or
like,
even
not
having
what
a
to
kid.
do.
Like,
Yeah, or,
having a
like,
kid right now.
knowing
in this
what your
time,
kids are gonna
fucking
do.
freaks me out.
I mean, there's people that have to work, so I don't know what happens to those kids. You know, like all these things, and then on top of that, we have the police brutality coming out even, you know, tenfold. Obviously, it's always been there.
Yeah.
But with phones and
Just
cameras
seen
and
more.
everything, it's a lot more out there. And it's crazy. I don't know. Like, I mean, I think it needed to happen.
Yeah,
You know,
for
for
sure.
sure. I think
It sucks
hopefully.
that it had to happen like
yeah, I
that. But
think
It
hopefully
does.
positive things come out of it at the end of the day and a lot
Yeah.
of big changes.
I feel like cops
But-
are gonna start being held accountable more.
I hope
Yeah.
so.
I think it's
really
already
do.
starting to happen, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully they're still people, but it's just fucking some evil people out there, you know. It's
Right.
Yeah, like we've talked about before, because maybe not a lot of people might know, but I was a sheriff, a Denver sheriff, for a little while, and I loved it. I loved the fact that I wanted to be a cop. You know,
Like a
since I
CO?
was a kid, yeah.
Yeah.
So Denver sheriffs, they only do corrections. We're like
Okay.
one of the very few counties that.
So you're
don't
working in the
patrol.
county.
Mhm, I was
Okay.
in the downtown jail, the
Okay.
DDC.
She
Yeah.
used to. This is like years ago. So
Okay.
she-
It was
yeah.
about 5 years
Yeah,
ago.
it's about 5 years
4
ago.
years ago. No,
Yeah.
5 years ago. But I wanted to be a cop. You know,
Yeah.
that was the ultimate like goal, was to be a police officer, because to me I was like, oh, I get to like help the community, work with everyone, you know,
Yeah.
save people's lives,
Yeah.
you know, that
Yeah.
kind of mentality. And it's different.
Yeah.
Like once I got there, it was a whole different world. It wasn't what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
You know? And like I understand both sides, I really do, because there are, of course, like they say, there are good cops, and
Yeah.
of course there are, but it's definitely a mindset of like brotherhood, and it's definitely a mindset of you kind of do what you're told.
Yeah.
You know, like that's just how it is. Like if you're a rookie, like you do what you see. Like,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, like you do see some bad things, and there are some like officers that carry not necessarily even just racism, but just the stigma of like, if you're in jail, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and
That's not the
yeah,
case.
and I agree. And I went in, like, I have family in and out of prison
Yeah.
and out of jail. So to me, I was like, that could be my cousin. And I literally seen my cousins when I was in jail
Oh,
that
really?
came in.
That's
so
awkward,
to me,
huh?
yeah, but
Yeah,
to
it's
me, I
weird.
was like, I would never mistreat someone because that could be my cousin. You know, I
Yeah.
would never want them to do that. But some officers, unfortunately, like, I think aren't brought up that way,
Yeah.
or they're not exposed to that
Yeah.
lifestyle. So to them, they don't see it that way.
Yeah.
And you give someone that doesn't have that experience with real life and real people in the streets a badge, and it's a powerful thing.
Yeah.
That badge is very powerful.
It
thing.
is,
It
yeah.
really is. And if you're not ready for it, or you fear certain groups of people,
Yeah.
it doesn't help. They
Yeah.
have a gun.
I feel
with
like
you, you know?
the run-ins I've had with the police, women are always a lot more compassionate than the male
Mm-hmm.
police officers, you know? And I don't know. Yeah. But like you said, like everybody, we're all people, you know?
And yeah, I do think like I said, there does need to be changes, big changes in training, and I think of who they hire has to change.
Yeah.
Because like I was telling him, like people don't understand the process. You have to be perfect to be a cop. I mean, you have to be flawless.
Yeah.
You can't have a record. You can't have parking tickets. Like you have to be on it. And a lot of times, unfortunately, I feel like those people aren't exposed to real life.
Yeah.
Because you had this perfect upbringing.
Yeah.
You
Kinda
never went to
sheltered,
jail.
right. Yeah.
You don't know
Not
that's-
saying that you should be like prisoner convict in and out and go
But you
become
don't,
a
you're
cop.
not, you're not
but-
street smart.
Yeah,
you
you're
know
not
what I mean? Like, you don't know how to
yeah,
deal
you're
with
not
like.
exposed
So
to
you're
other
scared
people.
and you fucking
Yeah,
kill
so,
people
like-
out of fear. Yeah.
Right. So the
Exactly.
first time this white dude runs into a black guy, he thinks I'm gonna get robbed, I'm gonna get beaten up. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're terrified, man.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, you know what I mean? Like people like you and I who grew up with that adversity and diversity
Right.
around us. You know what I mean? Like I got family members that are black, man. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's some people are just,
Yeah.
it almost blows my mind that some people are like that think that way, man, or that are like. We watched this video on TikTok the other day where some lady is like went into her dental office and she's like
I saw
screaming.
that.
I was like, dude,
Fucking weirdo.
I was like, dude, there's fucking. I can't believe that person's real. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
And there's so many of them.
I know,
like
it
fucking
exposes-
Karens.
Yeah,
It
dude,
exposes
Karens. And, like,
America, for
yeah, and
sure.
she's like, I called my lawyer before I came. Like, who calls their lawyer before they go to the
Yeah,
dentist, bro?
fuck
Like,
off.
what are you doing in
Yeah.
your life that's like you're
Fucking
that
weirdo.
fucking
On
dude.
edge. So fucking.
Yes, dude. Like,
I know.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just blows my mind, man.
Yeah.
So.
And it's crazy how real it, like even like growing up, like how like I've been judged by cops, you know, because of my tattoos and shit and how I look, but like it was so much different with my like Black and Latino friends, you know, like just crazy. I mean, I got pulled over with my homie Crucial one time. We're coming back from New Mexico. I got pulled over. I had a couple beers, like, you know, I was speeding, and Crucial's sitting in the front seat, and I'm talking to the cop, and he's like, "What's up with your boy? Like, what's going on? What's his story? Kept asking me about Crucial. I'm like, man, I'm the one that got pulled over. You're talking to me. Crucial's not doing shit. He's sitting in my truck right now, waiting for me to be done here. It was just like, it was fucked up.
Yeah,
and I've had a lot of situations like that.
Yeah, and I think it's just, I don't know, it's hard. It's just like a society thing almost. You know, like you grow up with this vision, and like you see things on TV, you see movies, you see all these things that I think help develop certain people's mindset of groups of people. And like I said, if you're not exposed to that, and you know, for the first time is your experience on the streets, like that's not healthy, and it's not safe for society.
No, for sure.
And like I said, even if it's the way they hire people, and maybe like you don't have to be perfect to be a cop. I think having the street smarts will make a huge difference. You know, and
I
people
agree
being able
100%.
to relate.
I've never listened to that, heard that point of view, but that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, for sure. And even like with the whole like idea of, hey, how about social workers responding? I think that's a great idea. Because even when we were in the jail, like a lot of the inmates suffer from mental illness. We actually have, you know, pods of guys that they do have a mental illness. Literally, they're taking medication.
And you guys aren't even allowed to know
We're
what it is.
not allowed to know what it is. We're not allowed to know what they have, which makes it hard for us.
Yeah,
you know, because
that should be required.
You think like, oh, that guy's being an asshole because he's spitting in my face, but no, he probably has schizophrenia. You know, or something. He's experiencing.
So you're
something.
treating him like he did that intentionally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this fucking piece of shit just spit on me.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, through like
Not really
shit out
out
his
of anger,
window,
and
but
it's not
like,
that person's fault.
Yeah, exactly. And if you don't think that way, you're just like, fuck that dude. You know, like, what an asshole. But it's like, you don't know the backstory.
Yeah.
And I think that's very unhealthy, and it sets you up for failure on both ends.
Yeah.
You know, it's very unsafe.
People that are social workers need to have a lot of compassion, you know, and understanding, and, you know, think like that.
For sure. Alrighty, man. We would be honored if we could have you do a verse from your latest song, Bruja.
Yeah.
Which just released, right?
Yep. It just dropped a few days ago. It's on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, everywhere. Featuring DNA Picasso.
Dude, thank you for blessing us with your fucking amazing talent, brother.
Of course.
And let's go.
Yeah. I've been losing to the hardships, I maneuver through the darkness. I've been choosing who I am, and I refuse to just be heartless. I remember days of blue, I've been truant in my head. I remember hating school and all them fools that want me dead. I forget a lot of shit, but if it's cool, I'll bring a tool. If I was you, I'd keep it moving. Group of brujas with me too. It'd be news if I was frontin'. My music is a substance, I use it till I'm high, and I use it till I'm ugly. Dope, twisted, wick, and I have both eyes closed. No shit, I'm getting richer when that coke price rose. Whole sixes on my head, I'll make a cold flight home. Tell my mama I'll be back before them broke guys roam. Ask the cops with all the Nazi thoughts. I'm rotten, talking Oxycontin. Cock it back and watch me drop. I'm talking back, you probably copping off me. You a user, I'm a seller. You a doer, I'm a felon. I can help you if you welcome me to Mula. No es importada, pensando en mi casa. Centrado mi cabeza, no tiempo de retraso. Wish that I could have it. His pistols on my mattress. Pictures in my head that make me sick of what I'm after. My wrist is filled with cuts, but I feel blissful when it's tragic. Liquid in my cup that made me distant when I grasp it. Miss me with that, hit me with that drama tone shit. I write these hits beyond my hip, but they do not know the shit. I am not one of them rappers, ayy. I do not want to collaborate. I'ma be getting the bag today. I'ma be whipping the jag. They look like they mad. They looking to stab me, ayy. Why do they think that I'm sad? I'm thinking of bags and thinking of graphs, okay. I could be running them deals, youngin', when it pop, when it feels something. When the clock stops and I cop stocks and it pops watch. I'm a real hustler. Meal ticket, real figures. When the deal coming, I be still with it. Kill drum, I'm a real monster. I don't fear, not I'ma deal with you.
Love it.
Fucking A, man. I love it, dude.
I appreciate it.
Video is fucking awesome, too. And for sure, we're going to leave a link like we always do and give you some love there, brother.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Run that up for you.
All his videos and songs are dope. So if you haven't heard from him,
Appreciate it.
check Dramatone out. Like I said, we'll leave all the links down below. Instagram, YouTube.
You had a special guest in that, too. He was your dog.
Oh, DNA? Oh, yeah. That's my boy, man.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
tight,
in the
dude.
video, the little puppy.
Yeah. We've had him for like I think a year now, and we got 2 little dachshunds. My favorite type of
How
dog
cute.
now.
That's so cool,
Yeah,
man.
that dude, he goes with me everywhere.
That's tight. We wanted to get a Frenchie, but they're like $3,000.
Yeah, they're so
They're expensive. My little sister has one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're funny.
They're
Yeah,
so
that's
cute.
tight.
Yeah.
They're so loud. They're always talking shit.
Are they
Screaming and shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
making weird ass noises.
funny.
It's funny.
I
They
wanna-
said they're like pretty chill as far as like activity goes. Like so a
Yeah.
lot of people get them because
They
they're like
lounge
house
around.
dogs. Yeah.
I want to teach him how to ride a skateboard.
Oh man, I've seen that one that does that.
Have you
Is
seen
it-
that bulldog?
Hell
It's a
yeah.
bulldog, yeah.
English
That's
bulldog. That's an English,
Yeah.
isn't it? Those are
That's
fucking awesome
crazy.
too.
You could do
Yeah,
that.
that is crazy.
I know that's pretty cool.
He like
Yeah.
pushes it and gets on it. It's so cute.
I fucking love dogs too. I love dogs. I want to get an English bulldog someday as well.
Yeah, those are
Oh,
cool.
you know, it's funny about that. I was because for my job one time, these
my
dogs
God.
were chasing me down right where I live.
Oh shit.
And there were two
English
Bulldogs,
bulldogs,
yeah.
dude, and they were they would fucking chase my
They were
truck
trying to get
because I
your
was a recycling man, and
Because
it
his
was-
truck's so loud. The
Oh,
trash
okay.
truck. Yeah.
so they would like come right in front of the truck, and he would bark at the truck, and I would try to like pull up just a little bit so maybe he would get out of the way, and I'd scare him, and I was honking my horn, and he wouldn't leave.
Yeah.
He'd come to my door and just bark right under my tire, so I'd like get out and I'd fucking pet him, and he would just sit there, and he would every
Just
time
be
I tried
kicking
to
it.
go, he would do the same thing, so I couldn't get my route done, dude. So I was like, oh,
You'd
fuck,
be kicking
dude.
it with the dog like, fuck it, I'm chilling.
Yeah, dude. So like, I tried to like walk down the street with them, and then I'd run in my truck, and like
Yeah.
I'd back up, and I'd fucking take off, and they were just going down the street
I'd go
chasing
get
me,
him.
dude. I was like,
Try to trick his ass.
yeah, dude. And they eventually got caught. I was kind of sad.
Oh man.
I should have just took him into my fucking
You
house.
should have. You
Took
should
him in the
have.
truck.
Oh yeah.
No, I just put him in the trash truck with me.
I know.
Right. That's funny.
Yeah, they're cute.
Knowing me, he would have had a chip, and I'd have got arrested or something.
I
For
I
stealing
know,
his
that's
dog.
true.
Stealing an English bulldog. But yeah, man. First and foremost, we want to thank you for doing this.
Yes, thank you so
Like we
much.
said, we've been wanting to get you on for a long time, and it was an amazing time, bro, and it was really cool to hear the other side of Drama Tone, and obviously for you to come and bless us with your fucking amazing talent and kind of this is a whole different feel and vibe for you, man. So I really, really appreciate
to know
that.
you
man.
Well, that's
better.
mutual. I appreciate y'all too.
Yeah, it was awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And like we said, anything you want us to put in our bio, and we'll put it for you. Your Instagram. Do you fuck with Facebook?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you could put my Facebook link and my Instagram, and then just maybe the YouTube video. So
We could put your
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans account on there too.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
do you
you
have
gotta
your
put.
OnlyFans?
That's gonna be at the top. Hell yeah.
We'll make sure that link's in there.
Oh yeah,
for sure, man.
gotta
Yeah,
have
and,
that.
And if
Yeah.
you
It's
use our
pricey.
discount code for OnlyFans, Hardcore
Right,
Strong,
Hardcore Strong.
10% off.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Hardcore Strong.
10% off.
Right, 10%
Yeah.
off. Hardcore Strong, guys.
This month only.
Right, and we want to do another shout out to we're a sponsor for another podcast called the Dream Team Fantasy Football Podcast. Make sure you guys check that out. We'll also leave that in our description below. If you use our code Hardcore Strong Dream Team, or is it Dream Team? We'll put it in the fucking thing. I forgot what it was.
It's been
But
too long since
It's been a
we've
while
done this,
since
I know.
anybody's even fucking used it because everyone's all scared
quarantine.
to spend money for COVID.
Yeah.
Shout out to them, and make sure you guys check that out. Hopefully, they're gonna get your boy on pretty soon. But shout out to them, and shout out to my boy JP over here. It was nice to meet you, brother.
Yeah,
Thank you
nice to
for
meet
coming
you.
in and making sure Drama Tone didn't get kidnapped.
Yeah.
And
It's my bodyguard.
bodyguard.
Got my back.
He has his bodyguard here.
we're gonna do a quick shout out to JP on the camera after this.
Oh, yeah.
We'll
Zoom
we
in
can.
on his
zoom
face.
in on him.
Close up.
All right, alrighty, man. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Hardcore Strong podcast. Have a beautiful week, and it's a beautiful
Stay
day to be
safe,
alive.
Stay healthy.
Stay safe. Wear your fucking masks.
Don't be
Yeah.
that person caught on camera yelling about a mask.
Don't
Yeah.
be a Karen.
Don't be a Karen. Don't be a
Please don't.
cuck. Yeah. Alrighty, guys.
Yeah, stay safe. Love you guys. Thanks
Love
for
you guys.
listening.
Peace.
Thanks, Drama
Peace.
Tone.
Peace. Drama
Love.
Tone.